The year is 1982, and Blade Runner, a science fiction film, arrives in theaters. And this would be considered one of the greatest science fiction films of all time for the next 35 years. Now we fast forward to the present, and the sequel arrives in theaters. So, does Blade Runner 2049 live up to the quality of its predecessor, or is it simply a replicant that needs to be put down? Let's dive in and take a look in this review. I am not one of these people that has a special place in their heart for the original Blade Runner movie. Truth be told, I didn't actually see the original until this year when I went down to my local used bookstore, support local people, and actually purchased a copy of the director's cut on DVD. When you watch it in 2017 for the very first time, this definitely stands apart, almost like a time capsule for the 1980s. This is very much a 1982 science fiction film. Even though the story does transcend 1982, the special effects and the graphics are quintessential 80s. So when I walked into the theater, I was very excited about the story that we were going to get because of the advancements that we've had in technology with CGI and motion capture and everything else. And I was not disappointed in that. This film looks incredible. The cinematography in this film is spectacular, and I would not be surprised that this film actually gets nominated for an Academy Award for cinematography. So my one criticism or complaint about this film is the pacing, the manner in which they tell the story and how long it takes for them to get to the points in the plot that move everything forward. It takes a long time to get to where we're going in this film. It's very methodical. So the movie starts by acknowledging the fact that replicants are a thing and that everybody knows about replicants, which was very different than the original film. And I actually enjoyed that aspect of the storytelling from the beginning. That way we can just get right into a brand new story in a brand new world that's, now even further into the future than Blade Runner was. The story deals with a philosophical examination of what it means to be alive and to be human. We get multiple viewpoints in this story as well. And these are coming from all different angles. We look at what does it take to maintain the status quo. We have brand new power struggles with the replicants actually coming into power and forming their own base of operations. And then eventually we're going to get to the point in this film to where we actually have to answer the big question, what does it mean to be alive? This revelation occurs at the moment that we find out as an audience that replicants are actually capable of giving birth, which is something that they're not supposed to be able to do. However, the writing in it doesn't really present strong arguments for all sides that are contributing to the debate of who is supposed to actually be alive, quote unquote, and who is supposed to be a replicant. This film rests solely on the visual aesthetics and, I believe, a bit of nostalgia for all of the fans who were so excited. And I feel like it doesn't deliver on the story. So despite your fandom and despite how great it looks, I feel like this is the main reason why it's suffering in the box office, and it didn't do as well as it was projected. So Blade Runner 2049 is in theaters right now, and this film is going to get at least one high five from this guy, because again, the cinematography in this film is spectacular, and I will not be surprised if it gets nominated for the Academy Award for Best Cinematography come awards season. The overall look of this film does warrant a big screen viewing, so I am going to recommend that you guys leave your computers, put down your phones, and head to your local movie theater that you prefer and check this out on the big screen. But I will caution you to see it for a matinee ticket price, and that way you can save yourself some money. Because again, the story is a little thin, but everything else about this film I very much enjoyed and think you will enjoy too on the big screen. Blade Runner 2049 is in theaters right now. Check it out.